what is nothing. But sure we got the clue how that this we go. Don't you know? Oh my art. And as I look to the horizon, not a cloud, cloud and stormy weather's go too cold. Seems like it crept up out of nowhere, all around you is not what you forgo. You never see it coming. You see, the money, the best for rise. You're done. By the time you see you, you're not surprised.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is DSP News. Always late, never breaking, unreliable coverage you can't count on. Lazy news. DSP News. We're here today for the third part of the saga, which is DSP Gaming. First, we went over him killing YouTube comments, putting it out of its misery, cutting the toxicity out of his life with the comment section that he doesn't look at, that is not needed at the current evolution of his business. The next thing we went over is DSP Gaming being reduced to an archive channel. That's it. He has slowly but surely cemented that legacy is no longer useful, and it has to be reduced to that. In this last part of this amazing saga, which is DSP's transition, so he and his business can survive, so DSP and DSP Enterprises can survive, is Twitch. But the question is DSP giving up YouTube? We're going back to the interview that started all of this, and we'll let you decide. And then we'll have some comments afterwards. Riveting. DSP News.
Anonymous $5 tip that I got. He says, I'm glad that you have disabled comments. Those unfunny toxic kids made me cringe. If you're not aware what this person is referencing, ladies and gentlemen, as of Monday night, so really it was the first batch of videos that were affected were Tuesday, I disabled comments on my DSP Gaming YouTube channel. I'm done with it. Because it was to the point where literally no one who commented on the videos were commenting about the videos. It was just the same generic, nasty, toxic shit of kids, and it is dumb, immature teens and shit, trying to get noticed so they'll get into one of those stupid negative, this is how you don't play compilations. Because that's what's happened, is people just leave these negative comments, and then these idiots who make those videos take those comments and, oh, look what I got, Phil's negative comments in the video. So guess what? I've had enough. I don't read the comments on my videos anyway. I haven't read the YouTube comments in years, honestly. I mean, every once in a while I'll read the comments on, say, a vlog, but I never read the comments on my gameplay videos. I haven't in years. There's no reason to. The bottom line is, folks, you guys are here live when I'm streaming. I get to see your live reactions to what happens in my game. I don't need to read delayed reactions later, all right? The comments are terrible. I mean, really bad. And I was getting more and more people who were longtime viewers and fans of mine saying, Phil, at this point, just fuck it. Seriously, turn them off because it's terrible. There's no point to this anymore. And I said, okay. So I did. I disabled them. So there you have it. You know, moving forward, there will be no comments on my YouTube gameplay videos. If you want to comment, come to the live streams. Or if you have something to say, you can email me, darksidephil@hotmail.com, or you can tweet me at They Call Me DSP. You know, there's plenty of places. There's forums, thekingofhate.com, where you can talk about ongoing play. There's a million places where you can leave feedback and or say what you want to say. I'm not going to let my comments on my YouTube videos become a cesspool for these idiots to make negative videos anymore. So there you go. I hate to say it, folks. I think it's time for people to realize that YouTube is dying. It is, folks. It's dying. YouTube is dying. It is a website now that is toxic as hell. The biggest people are the most toxic people. And that is YouTube's own fault. That is Google's fault. They engineered their site to push the negative and the dramatic to the top of their website. And the website has become a cesspool of garbage. It's their own fault. And I really predict, honestly, that YouTube will never go out of business because they can't. They have an infinite amount of fucking money with Google funding them. But they are going to fall apart in the next few years. More and more content creators who are now being demonetized on a regular basis will leave. And the website's going to become a ghost of its former self. And you're going to see people who want to do gaming, alright, are going to be coming to Twitch, coming to other streaming websites, and we're going to find other alternatives to do what we love. We're not going to put up with their bullshit anymore, you know? For me, right now, YouTube is a place where I archive my game playthroughs, and it's a place where I do vlogging and reviews and stuff. That's it. It's not my main focus. The streams are my main focus. They have to be. I can't survive working with a fucking website in a business that doesn't listen to feedback, doesn't listen to the people who provide them the free content that they make their fucking ad revenue on to begin with, and just constantly changes the site to screw you over. I'm done with it. I'm absolutely done with it. So, the last Rambo did a 200-bit cheer, and he says, how...
Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, what was it, or what is it, I should say, that prompts DSP to make his escape? For him to finally cut away from YouTube. Not completely, because remember, DSP Gaming will be an archive channel, which when most people do archive channels, it usually means that that's where they send some of their videos to die. Some people, not everybody. If you guys know who Almighty Tevin is, his archive channel is pretty good, actually. So I recommend you check that out. But it's very obvious that Twitch, he feels that Twitch is his future. Is the future for gaming, even though people have been on Twitch for years. He actually was at the forefront of that for a little while. Anyway, disregard that. It's the future of DSP Enterprises. That's where his future business will go. That's how he expects to prosper. This is the transition that his fans and supporters have been asking him for years. But what prompted this? What caused this to happen? We're going to go over a couple of things. In recent history, and in the last couple of weeks, there have been some terrible things. We've had that terrible hurricane in Texas, the one in Florida. We find out about the SOK situation. We find out, well, in recent days, the PewDiePie and his situation. Have all of these things prompt DSP to come to the realization that, you know what? All of these different factors are hurting my business. And now I have to go. There's just too many problems here on YouTube. There are too many problems in the world in general that's holding me back. It's time to go. Because whenever you cut your comment section off, it's only the beginning of a 3-pronged plan. The comment section, when that's going to go, that's when you know a channel is about to give up. Not dying, that it's about to give up. Because people have said DSP Gaming has not been the same for years. Does that mean that they said it was going to die? That's subjective. But it certainly means that there's a change in the air. The winds have shifted, if you will. And DSP has come to the realization that there are too many things out there that are holding him back or that are looking to facilitate his demise. He has to make a move. He has to do it for the business. He has to do it for the people who love the business. For the people who love him. He has to do this. If you've been keeping up with this 3-parter, between the YouTube comments being disabled, the announcement of DSP Gaming becoming an archive channel, is this the logical step next? After all of these things that have been facilitating against Darkside Phil, DSP, Philip Burnell, is YouTube lost to him? From KO Gaming's illustrious rise to its tragic fall. It's now a dead channel, ladies and gentlemen. That doesn't mean you can't go over there and watch it. It just means it's been blacklisted. Well, allegedly. Do we have any actual proof that's been blacklisted at all? No? That's just what he says? Okay, so... all right, it's been said. Maybe not necessarily officially, but it's been said that KO Gaming's been blacklisted. Is it possible that that DSP Gaming's blacklisted also? Has YouTube finally gotten fed up with DSP and DSP Gaming? Or has DSP and DSP Gaming become fed up with YouTube? DSP's been through a lot. Between the breakup with Machinima, with Leanne Panda, Laveria, and then everything else. He's chosen his platform. He has to leave now. He has to go. It's the only way for this man with a dream of bringing Sorry about that interruption. But damn, I just forgot where I was at. Damn, this is completely unprofessional. Terrible, I tell you. Alright, anyway, point is this. With everything that's happened, DSP needs to make a move. This is the only way he can survive. It's the only way he can continue to push forward. But Twitch has its own lovely streams in Rocky Mountains. Will DSP be able to navigate through that? Will he be able to do what it takes to make that happen? We don't know. What is the future of DSP and YouTube? What will happen? Sorry about that. I remember where I'm at now. DSP is a man with a dream of bringing raw, uncut gameplay and sharing his gaming experiences as a gamer in its natural habitat, in its natural setting, with all of its own serenity to you. And he's done that for years. It's part of his legacy. And before that interruption, that's where I was getting to. The impact that he's laid on the gaming community is vast. Even PewDiePie, with all of his troubles currently, DSP says he influenced him. He used to be a fan of his. You see where DSP has laid his handprint? You see where DSP's footsteps are in the sand? He's given YouTube so much. He's given his fans so much. His supporters so much. And dare say even his detractors. DSP News. Unreliable. This is what this man's done for us. And what have we done? We allowed YouTube and Google to spit in his face. So now he's leaving. Is he gone forever? We don't know. But he's leaving now. But as I said earlier, when I didn't remember what I was supposed to say, Twitch has its own problems too. We're going to address a little bit of those right now. Briefly. We're coming to the end of this report. DSP News. Unreliable coverage you can't count on.
How do trending clips work? I get notifications of clips from your streams, and they're interpreted to be negative. Anyone could do a clip, and the way it works is, I guess Twitch actually expects me to actively moderate who's making clips of my streams. Because for what I'm to understand, there is a clips section that I could look at. And let's say, for example, I see a clip that's made out to be negative. Like, let's say I fail at a game, and someone makes a clip and titles it, Darkside Phil is a piece of fucking shit gamer who should die in a fire. Well, obviously, that's not a nice clip. So, what I could do, apparently, not only can I delete that clip from existing, I could also ban that person permanently from my channel. But, do I have time to fucking sit here and moderate clips? No. And I don't want to be. I don't want to be a guy who's just sitting here being a fucking Nazi moderating shit. Trust me, I've been there. I used to be the guy who used to sit on YouTube looking at YouTube comments trying to moderate them. I'm not going back to that fucking place. That's a nightmare. Alright? So, yeah, that's how clips work. It's a shitty thing. It's a really shitty system. And I don't think that it needs to basically even be there, in my opinion. Because, yeah, you're right. People could easily spin stuff out of context or try to make you look bad. But, you know, Twitch is evolving. I'm sure eventually it'll get better. For now, it's just kind of silly. Alright?
There you have it, folks. There you have it, folks. He has a new problem now. Twitch has implemented a system that could possibly be another obstacle for Phil to overcome. But for everything he's gone through on YouTube, for everything he's gone for on Blip, Oh, sorry, stay tuned. I'm sorry, we're completely unprofessional here. Stay tuned for that report on Blip. It'll be absolutely fascinating. With all of the roadblocks the DSP has dealt with on YouTube, Twitch should be a piece of cake. But there will be hardships. And DSP does that for you, the community, the gaming community, his fans, his supporters. I don't know if you need to applaud this man. I don't know if he even is a man. Some say he's a pig. Some people say he's a roach. Some people say he's a pig roach. Fascinating. But he does it for us. Through the good and the bad, all he cares about is the business. Compelling. Compelling. This was DSP News. You guys know the slogan. A GTG